Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera. My name is Syarif Mifzal bin Fazmil and my metric number is A22A0976. And today, I want to talk about the prologue. The Cadbury Malaysia Pig DNA crisis is a landmark case study in the field of crisis communication, highlighting the critical relationship between corporate messaging, culture diplomacy, and maintaining stakeholder trust. In 2014, Cadbury faced a reputational disaster when the Malaysian Ministry of Health announced that 2 of its chocolate products contained traces of pig DNA, an element that of provide haram under Islamic dietary law. The revolution sparked public outrage in the Muslim majority market, with vocal religious criticism, calls for boycott and campaign on social media. The crisis quickly became a sensitive issue involving culture and corporate responsibility, highlighting how fragile consumer trust in multicultural environment and can be the religious values are perceived to have been violated. Analysis Cadbury's crisis management approach through theoretical framework such as situational crisis communication theory and binoid image restoration theory to assess how contextual understanding and adaptive communication were used or in some cases overlooked throughout the crisis. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Irfan Aiman bin Abdul Rakib. My metric number A22A0634. Today I would like to presenting the timeline and Islamic legal principle involved in the 2014 Cadbury Malaysian porcine DNA crisis. This case demonstrates how religious, corporate and governmental responses intersected in a highly sensitive environment. On May 23, 2014, a leaked lab report alleged that 2 Cadbury Dairy Milk products contained porcine DNA. This created immediate public backlash. The very next day, the Ministry of Health confirmed the test result and JAKIM suspended the halal certification of the product involved. Cadbury responded swiftly with a voluntary recall on May 25. Initially, the public responses was driven by doubt and uncertainty. According to the principle of al-yakin la yazul bi al-shak, certainty is not overruled by doubt. Halal status should not be revoked based on the suspicious alone. However, the confirmation from the Ministry of Health prompted necessary action. Both Cadbury and the authorities acted swiftly to prevent harm, reflecting the principle al-darar yuzal, which means harm must be removed. Cadbury voluntarily recalled the product even before being instructed to, showing accountability and urgency. Cadbury's action through beyond standard protocol, aligned with al-darurat to be al-mahzurat, necessities permit prohibition. In a crisis, extraordinary steps are justified to protect public trust and religious harmony. By May 26, halal certification responsibilities were handed over entire to JAKIM, consistent with Tasarruf al-Iman Manut bi al-Maslahah. The leader's decision must serve public interest. This move restored religious legitimacy to the process. On June 2, JAKIM confirmed that no pig DNA was found in retested product. Cadbury launched a recovery campaign with the slogan "All is good, enjoy us again," relying on its 40 years halal reputation. This aligned with Al-Adah Muhakkamah custom as a source of judgment, showing how past trust play a role in resolving crisis. In conclusion, the Cadbury DNA crisis showcased how Islamic legal maxim guided both corporate and governmental responses. Principles like al-yakin la yazul bi al-shak, al-dara yuzal and others provided a moral and religious framework for navigating the crisis in a respectful and effective manner.
Hi, good day everyone. My name is Renita and my matrix number is A22A1196. Today I will be presenting the epilogue part of our presentation. Qardul Hasan is a key Islamic principle that promotes giving selfless, interest-free loans out of sincere faith, fostering unity, trust, and compassion in society. It extends beyond finances, encouraging ethical conduct, sincerity, and moral responsibility in all aspects of life, including business. And also, the 2014 Cadbury Malaysia case reflects this value when the company responded transparently and responsibly after reports of porcine DNA in its products. By prioritizing public trust, apologizing sincerely, and cooperating with Islamic authorities, Cadbury demonstrated a commitment to ethical values aligned with Islamic teachings. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Azad Zuan Yusof, matric number 82A0536. So, how Cadbury reflect Qardul Hasan values instead of deny or blame Cadbury? They withdraw the product from the market immediately, then issue a sincere public apology to the Muslim community, cooperate fully with Islamic authorities like JAKIM, do not resist or challenge the investigation, and lastly, focus on regaining public trust, not just protecting profit. For the Quranic Foundation, Islamic ethics encourage truthfulness and trust. First, Surah Al-Baqarah, who will give Allah a good loans, so He may multiply it many times. Surah Al-Ma'idah, if you lend to Allah a goodly loan, He will forgive you sins and rewards you with paradise. Surah An-Nisa, indeed Allah commands you to return trust to their rightful owners. Surah Al-Tawbah, be with those who are truthful. Conclusion, Cadbury response reflect the spirit of Qardul Hasan, putting people above profit, acting honestly and repairing broken trust. Their actions show that Islamic business ethics can guide real-world corporate decisions, especially in difficult times.
So hi, I'm going to read the question number 1. How did Cadbury Malaysia handle the crisis when porcine pig DNA was found in their chocolate product? Do you think their communication was effective and respectful to the local culture? Explain your answer using example from the case study. So I'm going to read the answer for this question. So the answer is Cadbury Malaysia handled the porcine DNA crisis promptly and with the culture sensitively. When two products were found to contain pig DNA, they quickly responded with a Facebook update and voluntarily recalled the items 2 days before the government act, showing this responsibility and calming public panic. They communicated in both Malay and English through Facebook, their website and YouTube, making their response accessible to all. Cadbury did not blame authorities and fully cooperated, respecting the Muslim majority trust in JAKIM. Their polite and non-confrontational approach, along with the slogan "All is good, enjoy as a game," helped rebuild public trust and sales. Despite some saying they couldn't respond faster, their action following key crisis communication theories and effectively protected their image. So this is the answer for the question number 1.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ajmal Husaini bin Saiful Bahari and my matric number is A22A1295. So the question is, what important lessons can other international companies learn from the Cadbury Malaysia crisis? How should companies prepare for and handle a crisis in countries with strong cultural and religious beliefs? So the answer for the question is, the Cadbury Malaysia pork DNA crisis shows that in sensitive markets, multinationals must respond quickly, communicate empathetically, respect cultural and religious norms, and act proactively to restore trust. Despite a slow start, Cadbury's respectful approach helped rebuild confidence and highlighted the value of timely, culturally aware crisis management.
Hi, my name is Nufaziara binti Rosali and my matric number is A22A0969. Next, question 3 is, based on crisis communication theory such as the situational crisis communication theory or image restoration theory, did Cadbury actions align with this principle? So here our answer. Cadbury Malaysia responded to the porcine DNA crisis by following SCCT, Situational Crisis Communication Theory, and Image Restoration Theory, treating the issue as the accidental. The company cooperated with the authorities and recalled affected products and also maintained the transparent communication. So it showed culture sensitivity by issuing bilingual statement, respecting religious bodies like JAKIM, and avoiding blame. So this is which helped to reboot public trust in Cadbury Malaysia.
Good day, everyone. My name is Madhuneshwari Muniandi and my matrix number is A22A1152. Today, I'm here to present the discussion question 1. Well, the question is, do you think Cadbury acted ethically and responsibly during the crisis? Justify your answer from the perspective of corporate social responsibility, CSR. Well, in my opinion, I actually think that Cadbury acted ethically and responsibly during the porcine DNA crisis, especially when we look at it from a corporate social responsibility or CSR perspective. Well, the first point is where prompt response and transparency. Firstly, Cadbury responded very quickly and transparently. In just 2 days after the lab report was leaked, they voluntarily recalled the products without waiting for any official instructions. Actually, this shows a strong commitment to public safety and also trust. Secondly, they showed great respect for religious and cultural sensitivities. Cadbury did not argue against any test results or also challenge JAKIM's authority. Instead, they actually cooperated fully with Islamic bodies, which is very important in a majority Muslim country, for example, like our Malaysia. And thirdly is effective communication with stakeholders. This part, Cadbury maintained a clear and honest communication. They actually used media and social platforms to update the public, issued an apology, and also reassured consumers of their halal commitment. So this shows the transparency, care for their stakeholders. So in conclusion, Cadbury actually demonstrated a strong CSR by being very transparent, respecting religious values, communicating openly, and also putting society's concerns above the profit. So that's it from me. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Ikram Benjari and my matrix number A22A0395. I will present the answer discussion 2. First of all, from the point of view of faith, we refer to the matter of al-yakin la yazul bi al-shak, which means confidence is not loose with them. In this context, the halal status of Cadbury product that have been certificated by JAKIM cannot be dropped simply based on not true laboratory report. Second, Islam strongly highlight the concept of tabayun, with its researching and ensuring the honesty of information before spreading it. This is important to avoid slander and misunderstanding in society. Third, Cadbury has also shown a responsible attitude when they immediately withdrew the product, apologized, and cooperated with the authorities for further investigation. From the point of view, the ethic and faith, this approach is very important to protect the respect of individual or organization from a found association. It can also help maintain social stability and harmony between institutions and communities. In conclusion, in dealing with issues involving religion and belief, the Muslim community need to be more conscious and wait for official confirmation before taking action.
Hello everyone, my name is Sriwani Nathan and my matric card number is A22A0532. So let's see discussion question number 3. So what is the importance of the principle Al-Adha Muhakkama in assessing the public trust in the halal status of a product such as Cadbury, especially after years of public acceptance of the product? Can community customs be used as the basis for making legal decisions in certain circumstances? Firstly, Al-Adha Muhakkama means custom in accepted legal source. In Islamic jurisprudence, this principle allows established customs to be used as a basis for making legal decisions, as long as those customs are continuous, consistent, and not against Sharia. Let's take the Cadbury Malaysia case in 2014 as an example. There were allegations that 2 Cadbury products contained pig DNA. based on a leaked lab report. This caused widespread concern among Muslim consumers. However, Cadbury product had been consumed in Malaysia for over 40 years and were certified halal by JAKIM. This long-standing public acceptance formed a strong basis under the principle of Al-Adha Muhammad. The company responded immediately by withdrawing the affected product, issuing an apology and cooperating fully with religious authorities. Later, JAKIM reconfirmed that the products were free from any prohibited substance. Because of the established custom and trust built over time, public confidence was restored much faster. This shows how important community customs can be in legal and ethical decision-making, especially in sensitive matters like halal status. In conclusion, the principle of Al-Adha Muhammad not only upholds Islamic legal integrity but also promotes social stability, avoid unnecessary defamation, and preserve public trust in cases of uncertainty. Thank you.
So the conclusion is, this case study highlight how Cadbury Malaysia managed the 2014 pig DNA crisis involving non-halal ingredients in its product. The company responded with public apologies, product recalls, and also the engagement with religious authorities. This study also explored crisis communication strategy, focusing on stakeholder management, corporate responsibility, and also trust restoration in a multicultural Muslim majority context.